Randy, I want to congratulate you, and you said three things that jumped out at me. I'm getting ready to move here, I'm going to get a house, I'm going to play a lot of defense, and I'm going to be involved in the community. We welcome you.
Thanks a lot. Very, very excited to be here, and this is a very exciting day for myself and the Idaho Stampede. But very, very happy to be here and ready to get entrenched in the community, like you said.
Tell us, how did Bill make a call? Did you call? I mean, I'm sure you had that radar up and said, because you told me, you said, hey, when they put my numbers in the rafters, which they took them down today for the announcement, you said, someday I want to come back as the head coach.
No, definitely. Well, once part of the organization, you know, we're always a part of the organization, and I've always, you know, had affinity to be the head coach of the Stampede, and we've stayed in contact, you know, from afar over the course of, you know, a couple seasons now. One when I was assistant here, and then this past year when I was away in Maine. But you know, I've always kept my eyes and seen what was going on with the franchise, because you know, my heart, you know, has always been here in Boise.
Randy Livingston, who's the new head coach of the Stampede basketball team. Bill Eilert, who's the managing partner, and the guy that I know you have to listen to all your partners before you pull the trigger, but every one of them told me Bill is in charge of this. Bill, we talked to you at your place in the desert when all this came to fruition. I've seen you giddy a lot of times, but today you were, I mean, you were excited, and I don't blame you a bit, but kind of tell the listeners why you have so much enthusiasm about bringing this guy back as head man.
Well, you know, I got to take you back to January 1996, and my partner and friend here, Randy Livingston, may not remember it. I went to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for the first time, and he had just won a game for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. After the game, I'm sitting there just taking it all in, and Randy Livingston comes over, introduces himself after he'd showered, said, Mr. Eilert, I want to introduce myself, and someday I'd like to play for the Idaho Stampede.
Wow, what's job one for you? Is it a staff? Or is it finding a couple of players hidden out? But what's job one?
Well, job one definitely will be finding the staff, trying to put together the right group of guys that are passionate, or just as passionate as I am about basketball, and able to understand the lineage and the way, the Stampede way, understand how the organization works, and understand how the Treasure Valley works. That'll be kind of the first order of business that I'll take care of, and I'll probably go through the interview process, you know, coming up here pretty shortly with some candidates. And then after that, it's off to Summer League to evaluate the talent that's out there and get a, you know, good idea of who's going to be involved in the D-League draft next year, and kind of, and I guess the third order of business is to start to formulate and gain some trust and gain some support from the affiliates.
You guys make a run at LeBron? Is there any truth to that?
LeBron and D-Wade and Bosch and all those cats.
Just LeBron is good enough for me.
Haven't you heard the summit of those guys?
Well, I don't want to make a big deal about it.
Because they're going to be hiding where I was hiding.